there's several albums that came out that I need to check out. That recently came out this week. I haven't had a chance to really explore a bunch like I usually get to, but uh, Gorillas happened in a weird way for me to be the one that I think is a vibe, right? And if you don't remember Gorillaz, they sang that song, and I'm happy. I'm feeling sad, I got
Oh,
sunshine.
rap. They
I'm
sing that
feeling
song?
glad, I
Okay.
got sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
In a bag, I'm
Yeah,
useless.
that
But so
song.
that was
Yeah.
them, right? And
They sing that song
um,
all the time. Yeah.
but they've had like several albums. Let me see if it says how many studio albums they had here. There's usually like a quick link. Yeah, it looks like one, two, three, four, five. Oh no, these are tour dates. Studio albums, one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight studio albums. So they've been around, right? And they
Putting
they
in work.
they they put in work. But here's the thing:
Mm-hmm.
it's not a great album, right? I'm not gonna bear the lead. It's not a great album.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I mean I guess there's a little bit of disappointment. I guess
Mm-hmm.
is that hey I haven't heard anything from them like anything new in a while. Um, it was like 3 years ago, you know what I mean, since they put out music,
Okay.
and like I kind of want to hear like where they've grown, you know what I mean, how they kind of sound, what kind of elements they they new elements that they're introducing, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
over the time that you're waiting. But if you like the Gorilla stuff before and you ain't looking for like a new take or a new angle at what they do,
Mm-hmm.
then this album is fine. Matter of fact, I was listening to it, and this is the particular way I was listening to it. That like what made it, it's like I was walking, you know. So I would advise, you know, for this album, if you want to go for a walk, I think people should, you know, take a walk, put your headphones on, don't go anywhere particular, just like down the block, turn around, come back, or maybe hop on the train just to go on a ride for a few stops. It's a dope little vibe. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like that walking vibey kind of music, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're doing something like that and you got an activity like that going, I think this is a good album to be like a soundtrack for your day, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but
Okay.
but it's consistent with their stuff, you know,
Mm-hmm.
with their general with Gorillas, you know, other stuff. They always have features on here. This one, Stevie Nicks, and she's always good and a calming voice to hear. I think who else
How
was
would
here?
how would you how would you define their genre? They're like what, pop rock or something like that?
It's like electronic rock. I wouldn't say pop rock, no.
Okay.
Um, but there's elements of hip hop in it. You know, what I mean, they have
Okay.
verses. You know, what I mean, somebody, you know, they one of the guys, they, you know, they spit some verses
Mm-hmm.
on occasion. Not every song is going to have a rap or hip hop segment to it,
Yeah.
but it's very melodic. It's very creative, and they always have like a lot of like subversive messages in it, like
Mm-hmm.
talking about the environment or talking about you know, wars, you know, and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
and a corporate greed. You know, what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this kind of messaging would be if you read all their lyrics. So I think I think it's a little vibe for that, and folks should check it out. The dope thing is what you're talking about a second ago is that if you're not into Gorillas, you never listen to their stuff,
Mm-hmm.
they have a really dope concept. These are from the very beginning virtual artists.
Yeah. Yep.
They're
Yep.
avatars. These characters,
Mm-hmm.
they have a specific artist. His name is J.C. Hewlett.
Mm-hmm.
That he created these characters, and it's been the face of the band. They make
Literally.
music videos and everything. You just don't never
Mm-hmm.
see humans.
Never.
Every
Yep.
once in a while, I see a music video where they're like, in the music video, the cartoons are watching a TV,
Mm-hmm.
and that TV will have a human that's kind of like rapping or somebody like, oh, is that the guy? You know what I mean? It
Mm-hmm.
might be the guy, you know, the actual
Mm-hmm.
person. But like they
Yep.
never really like fully, the voices never really fully have ever like publicized and put themselves out like that. I'm sure I
Yeah.
could, it's a quick Google, we know who they are, but in terms
Yeah.
of representing them as their art, they only represent themselves in this form, in this
Yeah.
avatar type of form.
It was actually a dope concept for sure when they came out with it.
Yeah, I
It's
think
a
it's
dope
cool,
concept.
and
Yeah.
they have they kept up with it the whole time, you know,
Yeah.
and this is
Yeah.
what they're saying. Like we're here for like you listen to, but like really, if you're back in the day, like you didn't really need a lot of times you never saw your artist anyways. Like really, I'm talking about like way back. I'm talking about 100 years ago. You
Yeah.
get the record or you get the recording on the monogram, whatever the hell that thing
Yeah.
is. You turn
Yeah.
and
Xylophone and all that. Yeah.
what xylophone?
Not xylophone. No, not xylophone. What is it? What is it called?
Nigga
Not
said
xylophone.
xylophone.
Not xylophone.
That's why I need a soundboard right there. I need a.
I don't know why I can't. What is that thing?
Sonophone? Is it a sonophone?
I think that's what I was trying.
Something like that. I think I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
Right?
Xylophone. I was like, bro, xylophone, whatever that thing is.
And so, all you ever did was hear.
It was really the content. It was the content that
You were just here to hear. It was an audio medium, so you don't really care. You don't really need to know. You might see the picture in a magazine, something like that. So you could get away with it.
Radio.
Yeah, when you listen to radio, you just need to hear the sound. So you don't really need the visual of who is what the people look like. Like to the point that you made earlier. We really don't need to be judge person by art, not by whether their face is soft or hard, or if their face is a 10 or not.
Fair enough.
How's the art?
Fair enough.
That's it. That's all. So them's the vibes.
Okay.